Happy Friday, everybody. You made it through another week. Today, I am going to go over your pre-writing assignment and making sure that you finish your discussion board on Schoology yesterday, where you picked 2 of the 3 questions based on the TED Talk, and then your brainstorming list. So if you have your brainstorming list, we're going to use that right now. And there's just 2 things that we need to complete today. So your writing assignment, when you click on it, you can view it here, but you can also open it in a new window. And when you click on submissions, you should have something that says submit or edit assignment. It should be like a little window. Mine looks a little different because I'm a teacher. But here, when you click on writing assignment number 1, you're going to get this template, and it should have your name at the upper left-hand corner. So this is your first writing assignment. It is short, but why are we doing this? As I mentioned yesterday, the goal of this class is centered around defending opinions and supporting our arguments. So it's important that we start working on that, okay? So yesterday I showed you my list, and on it was just my experiences with, changing my mind about something that was important to me. So today, that's your task. Write about any one of those experiences on your list where you changed your mind about something important. You don't have to include all of these arrows, but the more you use, the better next week is going to be. So what was the situation? What was your original thoughts or feelings about that situation? And then kind of reflecting on it now, what changed, okay? What caused your change of mind? And it could be positive. It could be something that maybe didn't have a quality outcome. Maybe you realized who your true friends are. You understood what betrayal was. Or maybe looking back, you're grateful for a difficult situation, whatever you choose. So when you go back to Friday's assignments, I've given you my example. And it's very short, and you can look at how I did things and model yours after this. So the example I chose was my teacher work week last week. And I had a really rough week, as I'm sure all of you were going through at the beginning of this week. So I said, walking into the Brandeis campus for the first time in over 5 months was a surreal experience. I knew our teacher work week while back on campus was going to be a different experience. I don't think I was truly prepared emotionally for what it would feel like. So I have a typo. That's okay. Not being allowed to see my fellow colleagues walk around freely around my campus and seeing my classroom setup change so drastically was overwhelming. I was already in a bad mood before the meetings even started. For the first 3 days, we had to basically unlearn everything we know about what's best for students in a physical setting and pretty much change how we do everything. Anger, frustration, uncertainty were only some of the emotions that I felt. I spent a lot of time venting to my family and friends. However, all of that changed when I was given the opportunity to express myself and my professional concerns. Once my feelings were validated, I was able to take a step back and try to process everything on my terms because I wanted to, not because it was required. That experience was helpful because as this first week of school is coming to an end, I was able to keep in mind that my students were probably feeling the same. So it would be my job to listen, to be compassionate, and to make every effort to make their learning meaningful so that I wouldn't contribute to the stress and anxiety that already looms in the air. So that's my experience, okay? Kind of what last week was like. I've processed it now. What changed for me? I was given an opportunity to be honest with my superiors, with my coordinator, with our administration, and they validated everything that I had to say. And that's really important. So that was my example. That's all I need you to do, okay? Then you'll submit that when you're done. Then we need to spend a little bit more time getting to know each other, because even though we've spent time kind of discussing on a Padlet, I still haven't heard some of your voices. Some of you, I haven't even seen your faces. And I need to know who you are, and we need to know who you are, so that way when we try to experiment with Zoom breakouts or what have you, we know already a little bit about who each other are. So These are going to be moderated videos, and what that means is they will not be published unless I publish them. I'm going to preview every single video, okay? But I want you to make it with the intention that other people are going to see it. But if that gives you a lot of concern or anxiety for whatever reason, please let me know before Monday, so that way I can make sure that I don't publish yours and we do something different so that people can get to know you. So here are some ideas. You can provide a fun fact about yourself, maybe a talent or a hobby that you have. I know some of you mentioned that you really enjoy skating. What is your favorite thing about being a Bronco? And then how was your first week back? Maybe something positive about your virtual learning experience, right? Maybe what are some things that are going well that you would like to see more of, so we have that feedback and we can make adjustments. Just some reminders, please make sure you clearly pronounce your name and let me know if you go by something different. So if your name is Alexander and you go by Alex, I need to know those things. We need to know those things. You can always preview your video before you post it. It's probably better to use the Flipgrid app instead of your computer, depending upon the software that you have. You will need your Northside Google email to access the grid. I'll show you what that looks like. And just some things that I do is I write down what I'm going to say, so maybe I don't kind of stumble through it. Or if I'm really nervous about it, it might ease my nerves because I'm just focusing on these things and I don't have to really, work on the fly. But I'm going to be honest, every single one of us is awkward. Every one of us. There's not one person who's a professional YouTuber right now in 10th grade. Okay. It's just not a thing. So this isn't the intention of that. And we've spent a lot of time talking about class community. We've spent a lot of time understanding that our class should be a safe space. That goes for online as well, free from judgment. So with that intention, don't be nervous, okay? And just expect that we're all a little bit of a hot mess and we're gonna work through it. That's the part of getting to know each other, okay? So you're gonna click on this link to record your video. It takes you straight to Flipgrid. You'll join with Google. Now this is what it looks like on a desktop. If you're in the app, you simply need to write down the code at the top, and it might be helpful to just have this up on your desktop while you record on your phone, so you have access to the code, okay? And I believe there's even a QR code. If you click on that, you can scan it and it'll open it directly. So you'll see mine is already here. You'll just click on the record a response piece and then you'll just record your video, okay? And again, it will not be published until I physically go in and publish it. And I'm going to watch every single one before I do that. So hopefully that gives you a little bit more clarification and puts your mind at ease about what we're doing today. There's not too much, and I believe you can get this done within 30 minutes. It's not a lot to type. It's not anything formal, and your video can't be more than 2 minutes. And I mean, I'm okay if it's just like a 30-second or 40-second video. Just hit the things that I asked for, okay? I look forward to seeing you guys today on Zoom. And if you couldn't make it today, have a wonderful weekend, get some rest, do something fun for you. And I'll see you guys back on Monday morning. All right, take care.